Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when Mars is placed in the 8th house in your birth chart. So, before I get into all that good stuff, I'd just like to let you guys know that I have a bunch of my courses, products, services, everything that you see here. It's all on sale, so you can go to gebotheshaman.com and check out all my massive bundle sales on my courses, products, services, everything that I have to offer. And yeah, check that out. So let's and if you end up liking this video and all that, then you can like and subscribe too. Alright, so let's see. So we're talking about Mars in 8th house. Now this is very a hard placement, honestly, but it can. So I'm going to be talking about some of the negative aspects of this placement, but just know that it really just depends on the sign that's placed here, and also you got to look at the planetary aspects that are here too. So those are very important details. If you have something good, like Jupiter aspecting this this placement, or with Mars, then it kind of lessens the impact. But you're going to have to look at your entire chart in order to come up with a full analysis of this. So I don't want to be one of those doom and gloom people, but I mean, this is a hard placement, just generally speaking. So, in order to understand what Mars in the 8th house means, we need to understand what Mars means, and then we'll talk about what the 8th house means. Put them together, Bob's your uncle, we come up with our own analysis. So, alright, so what is Mars? Mars is the planet of war. Mars is the planet of aggression, action, dominance, competition, masculine energy, and all that stuff. So there's that. So Mars is very competitive, very fiery energy. It has to do with masculine energy, vitality, stamina, physical health, physical endurance, physical health and things like that, fitness. So, and it has to do with our heart and our blood, vascular, cardiovascular system. And yeah, then we have the 8th house, and the 8th house is traditionally ruled by the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is the 8th sign, pertaining to the 8th house. So that is birth, death, sex, transformation, sudden ups and downs, sudden gains and losses, sudden transformations. And the 8th house has to do with other people's money. So like your shared assets, between like you and your spouse, your shared assets, it's your in-laws, because it's the 2nd from the 7th, so 7th house is your spouse, and then the 2nd house is family, so it's your spouse's family, so your in-laws. It's also your shared assets with your spouse and things like that. So, and the 8th house, well, the 6th house, the 8th house, and the 12th house are what's called Destana Houses, meaning that they are kind of malefic houses. Houses that can give problems. So that's something to know. And then we have, so what happens when we have Mars here in the 8th house? Well, Mars in the 8th house. Mars traditionally rules. Mars rules the 8th sign of Scorpio, and so Mars is, Mars is comfortable here. Mars, but this placement is okay for Mars, but it's hard. So Mars here can give you a whole bunch of ups and downs. Mars is very, very sporadic, very spur of the moment, very headstrong, impulsive, and just he'll throw stuff in your way at the last minute, and you or all of a sudden without any prior warning or anything like that, and you just have to deal with it. You just have to, take the action to overcome it. So, Mars here can give you a lot of accidents and things like that, things like, fire accident. I've seen fire accidents with this position, with Mars, with Aries here or Scorpio here. Yeah, I've seen. It can give you just a lot of just crazy energy. It's kind of crazy, chaotic energy, and someone with this position, depending on the moon aspect. So if the moon has anything to do with the 8th house or is aspecting it, then that can have some kind of an effect on your mental health, your mental stability, and things like that. However, this can be a really good sign for building wealth, for building your shared finances. So this can give a lot of energy to your joint savings accounts and things like that, and joint investments and stuff like that. It can, provide some energy there, some, maybe some finances to start off with. But on the other hand, it Mars is very up and down. It's very unstable, very chaotic, and so I wouldn't invest in the stock market if I had this position. It's just I would actually invest in something like a good savings account with a good APY. Something that you don't actually lose money, but you gain a good percentage of dividends per month and whatever. So anyway, just because you want to minimize your losses. The 8th house is pretty much the house of losses, and it can be kind of chaotic. So anyway, what else? So Scorpio also represents, or the 8th house also represents your in-laws. And so with this position, you might have a lot of fights or arguments or disagreements with your in-laws. That's something that can happen with this position. It's really difficult. So yeah, it's it's like there's just this feeling of meh, of kind of like not getting along well with them and things like that, with your in-laws and stuff. So yeah, that can be pretty challenging. However, I mean, if you just like, you know, take the opposite approach with them. Don't be, instead of being like angry or like aggressive with them or like, you know, things like that, take the approach that Libra would take. You know, be fair, be diplomatic with them, things like that. That should work a lot better than you being you know, getting angry and upset with them. So yeah. And then the eighth house is also like the unconscious mind. So and it's our deepest psychology. So Mars here can give you a very active mind. It can give you a lot of racing thoughts. It can give you like a lot of anxiety, panic, worry, fear, things like that. And so, you know, the thing with that is just meditate, you know, meditate and connect, you know, ground yourself. Because the opposite to the eighth house is the second house, ruled by Taurus, earth sign. So ground yourself. You know, doing grounding exercises and meditations like the whole breath, which I teach on this channel. The whole breath, and you know, it's so you can do that. You can do meditations. You can do, you know, really, if you need to, go see a therapist. You know, that would be the healthy thing to do here, is go see a therapist, go meditate, go work on your mental health and things like that if you're struggling with that. So yeah, once again, this is just a general reading, and you know, I would have to look at your entire chart to see what's going on with everything in your chart and how that affects this placement. But yeah, so you can book a reading with me at gebodeshaman.com. And yeah, that's about it for me for today, guys. So, you know, if you're interested in anything that I have to offer, you can check it out, gebodeshaman.com. And of course, I offer Vedic Astrology certification courses. You know, if you want to become a certified Vedic astrologer, then you can go to gebodeshaman.com, and when you do so, when you pass the test, I will give you your own website. I will give you your own, you know, basically your own web page to get clients. So you can start referring people to that page, and also I'll promote you on the channel. So, you know, it's a great thing. So to get more clients and stuff like that, and get more exposure. So yeah. And then we have the Vedic astrology readings, so, and the birth time rectification. So so the Vedic astrology readings, I do career readings, I do relationship readings, I do just a general reading. And then the birth time rectification, basically that's great for people who are first learning about astrology, and you know, you might not know your exact time of birth, so that's what that service is for. Alright, and then we have the distance energy healing. So that's very helpful, very powerful to, you know, if you're going through any kind of mental stress, physical stress, emotional stress, mental stress, anything like that. That's great to heal yourself and to become become emotionally healthy. So then we have the career coaching and the life coaching, so you can get that. A lot of people are just not sure what they're supposed to do in life, and they have no purpose, they have no meaning to their lives. And so, if you want to discover your path, your purpose, your meaning in life, then book a career consultation. And then we have the ritual magic courses. So then that's you can check that out, see what that's all about. And then of course the Qigong courses. So Cosmic Qigong here and the Self Transformation Challenge. Both of these are amazing courses for beginners. They're super easy exercises that will shift your energy body and transform you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. So check those out. Anyway, guys, that does it for me. So I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.